Hey everyone, John Hartley. Got a package in the mail today, but it's very, very light. So I hope there's something in here other than peanuts or what have you. I've been looking for a good example of this coin for a while. Not a long while, but it's a design that was used 1 year, I believe. And I've always thought that it was a nice design, not terribly intricate, but nice. And it has a lot of field surface, and therefore it's hard to find an example that doesn't have a lot of scratches on it, even in completely uncirculated. So I think I found one that will look nice, and this is all, there we go. So let's see if it looks as nice as I had hoped. This is not a proof dollar. This is uncirculated, and it does have some scratches, but when you get a surface that looks proof-like, and look at that reflection, you can see my t-shirt. When you get a surface that's proof-like, it's really going to show off those scratches, and this one does. But if you'll notice, Elizabeth there is the portrait's pretty clean, and of course I did it flip the wrong way. There it is, the Goose dollar. It's pretty nice. The pictures were a little bit, showed it off a little bit better. That one scratch over here is on the lens. You can see the reflection of it in the coin. But let's see. This isn't going to stay in this capsule, so let's see if I can get my thumbnail in there. There we go. We'll take it out of here. See if it looks any bit better. Maybe a slight bit better. It is uncirculated. It does have nice crisp reading. Canada dollars had several different interesting designs over the years. This was, like I said, I think it's for their confederation. This was used once in 1967, so this is silver. At the moment, I forget exactly how much silver, but it is a silver coin, and it's got a goose on it. So now I have the canoe Canadian dollar, and I have the totem, the death totem Canadian dollar. One or both of those I got from Mike GPO in a trade. And now I got the goose. That'd be a nice addition to my foreign coin collection. And I think it does pretty good. Not quite as good as I was expecting, but still a nice coin. I mean, silver's always good, right? I have very little left on my December budget, partly because of Christmas and a couple other things that came about, and that Vermont commemorative. I bought that immediately when my last budget cycle turned over. So right now, all I have on order is a coin that's from Africa, yet it's not ever been to Africa, ever. So and it's coming from Germany. It's where I bought it from. I don't like buying them from overseas. Number one, it takes a long time to get here, and number two, it's just seems like a risk when you buy from an overseas buyer, even though you do have eBay protection. So that'll be here probably next year. Probably not till January. But you never know when something else might come about that I find interesting yet relatively inexpensive, like this coin didn't cost that much. Might look for some more. This is my 93rd Canadian coin, and it's kind of looking to get 100 in my Canadian collection. Kind of a small achievement. Well, not terribly small, but hopefully that won't take too much longer. If you got any suggestions on really nice coin designs, and I'm not talking about modern Canadian coins. I'm not a big fan of the Canadian Mint right now. I'm gonna let them get their act together before I even look at purchasing. And I'm not much of a fan of stuff, new stuff from Canada. Not like I am, U.S. commemoratives and stuff. And not that I'm a huge fan of that. I do collect them. I've got them all, but sometimes they fall short as well. And though we did have a pretty good year with this year's commemoratives. Next year we get the basketball coin. It's going to be another curved coin for basketball. And I'm not a basketball fan, but it still might be interesting. See what the final designs look like. And I read an article about I spoke a while back about the House bill that is sitting, lingering in court or in the House while they do all this impeachment junk, that on the Morgan and Peace 2021 dollars, that legislation is proposed that some of them be made in Carson City. They're going to actually take a press and move it to Carson City and strike a part of those coins in the old Carson City Mint, which is now a Nevada State Museum. And so, in addition to other mints, you have the chance of getting a brand new, but exactly same design as the old Morgan and Peace dollars, and it's to celebrate the centennial of the peace dollar and the centennial of the last Morgan dollar. And the bill is just sitting there. Congress isn't doing anything on it, which normally stuff like coins goes through pretty quickly because it makes money for the mint, and most of the senators don't care about it. They just vote on it and it goes through. This one's sitting there. They've got other commemorative coin designs that are being thought about for 2021, and normally the U.S. Mint only does two commemorative programs a year. So the article said that, and I think it's Coin News I read this on, said that if it doesn't go through, their only choice is to make these coins in gold. And that's going to put them out of the reach of most collectors, especially if you try to get both the Morgan and the peace dollar at the Carson City Mint. And they're going to do proof and uncirculated, apparently. At least in the silver they would. But give your congressman a phone call. Tell them to get up off their butt and start that bill moving. I'd really like to see those coins in silver in a year and a half. So, if you would please, click on that subscription nickel in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If you give me a thumbs down, let me know what you didn't like about this video or this coin. And please comment. I like reading all your comments, and I try to respond to all of them. Until that Africa/non-African coin gets here, I'm 1042.